What's up, physics people? Jenkins here again. It's week 2 of the second quarter. It's a week before Thanksgiving, so we just got this 1 week to get through before we get a whole week off. That sounds exciting to me. But before we do that, we got to learn, again, another super important thing in physics. We talked about how things move, kinematics in the first quarter, and then we started breaking into gravity and why things move, why things are attracted to each other universally. And we learned Newton's universal law of gravitation and how mass is directly proportional to that force and how distance is inversely proportional to that force. Now we're going to learn about more of those forces and the rules behind them. They're called Newton's laws, and you've probably heard of them. Tons of examples in the real world because every single thing, right, that moves and some things that don't, all things really, have Newton's forces acting on them in some way. So this week we've got that catalyst. Remember, that's the review from the last week's material. I did something different this week, however. I made the catalyst locked until you complete the last one. I know that a lot of people aren't, really going through the material sequentially, and I really want you to do that. And there's a reason for it, right? You build these skills, you build this knowledge, so it doesn't make any sense to try to pop open the ninth catalyst before and you haven't even done the second one yet. So if you haven't done the catalyst for last week, shame on you. No, I'm just kidding. You should definitely get that done. And you have to get it done before you do this catalyst. These are reviews to make sure that you're prepared for any test that anyone throws your way and that you do better than any physics student in DISD, which I know you can. After that catalyst, we have our new equation. It's super easy. It's mad easy. I think it's the easiest equation that we've gotten so far, that we've learned so far. So I expect everyone to knock it out of the park, right? And this is just one more tool to throw in your toolbox, right? When we talk about how to calculate the force that's acting on something, right? Not just the gravitational force, but any force acting on something. If I push something, if something falls, I can use that and I can input that into other equations that we know about, like kinematics, and play around with that too. Centripetal acceleration, things like that. So we have that whole new material to work through. I've got a quick check on it, of course. And that quick check is pretty big, but this is a huge topic. And I wanted to give you this before Thanksgiving break, not after, so that you have time to digest it all and make sure you're successful. Also, this week's school-wide learning outcome that we want to touch on is agency and specifically finding personal relevance. Physics is super easy in this regard. Like things like English and history and physics are really easy to find personal relevancies because physics is literally all around you, especially Newton's laws. So I got a cool, project where you can go around your house or your neighborhood and document some evidence of each one of those Newton's laws 1, 2, and 3, and then write a brief explanation of how what you've captured through video or photograph exemplifies these Newton's laws. And you can do that in your house. You can do that in your room. It's literally everywhere. I can do this sitting right here because I see Newton's laws all around me, and I hope you at some point can too. So once you do that, it unlocks my self-assessment on the agency rubric on how well you think you can find personal relevance from this material. And again, we're going to do these self-assessments every single week as per the campus that we go to and work with, New Tech High School. We're always working on these rubrics, these school-wide learning outcomes, and how to grow, not just as someone who's learning physics, but a person in the world, right? All of these things, oral communication, written communication, agency, collaboration, all that, super important that we learn how to do all those things. Those are the 21st century skills that we're trying to teach you. So try to find some personal relevance here. And I know that takes some work because you actually got to sit and think like, hey, what is this? What do I know about this? And how does this affect me? But as soon as you start doing that, you unlock, a whole different world of thinking and consciousness that makes you a better person, legit. I'm telling you the truth. I know this. So I hope you have a great time this week. Those are the 4 activities I have for you, all designed to be done in less than 90 minutes. Check out my material. Please don't try to just open up the quick check and start trying to throw things at the wall and click button. It's not gonna work for you. Read the material, watch the material that I put on there. I think it's interesting. and of course, you have the internet at your disposal. If you need anything, this week is super important because next week we don't see each other. So please do not fall behind this week. If you need anything, you should let me know immediately, ASAP. Call or text, and I'll be there for you. All right, guys. I can't wait to see you next. Peace out.